All right, here we go. I don't think I have anybody in yet, but how's it going? Welcome back to Arizona Small Business Insider. Second official live stream. Really excited to bring Brian Lang back on. Brian Lang is the owner of Brofit AZ. And then with all that happened with coronavirus, Brian's gym did get shut down. So he has just now opened up an online training program. I think he's starting out utilizing Zoom. So he's going to talk about his online training. He's going to talk about how you can leverage his services over Zoom. So I'm going to bring him in. Brian, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing really well, thanks. How have things been during lockdown for you?
Yeah, things in lockdown have been a little hectic, but realistically, my world is a lot less chaotic than most. So I consider myself blessed. In terms of business, unfortunately, we had to close our business down, but I'm super excited. We actually just opened up our business and started up and running again this past Monday.
Okay.
So we're going to be offering a online Zoom training programs every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 10 o'clock in the morning and also 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's available for anybody and everybody. So the cool part about this is it's not just tailored towards anybody specific. It's really tailored to the general need for anybody and everybody.
Yeah. So if you're looking for a fitness outlet right now, you might not have one. I know people have been getting creative, but so someone can reach out to you. You have class times, specific class times, and then I would assume you're sending the Zoom link out to people that want to participate.
Yeah, absolutely. So right now we've got about 90 members currently, and we sent out our links to our 10 a.m. class and also another link to our 4 p.m. class. So we got a variety of people that are currently jumping in and having a good time.
That's awesome. So how are you structuring the workouts? Like how long is each class? And then is there, what's the structure, like warm up, stretching, and then do you get into some sort of formal workout, I guess?
Yeah. So realistically, it's from the beginning, we have about 20 minutes, 25 minutes of a stretching. It's more or less a dynamic warm up where you're getting a ton of muscles breaking down, a ton of blood flow, and stretching yourself to new limits. After that, we get into a lot of body weight exercises. Nothing super complex and crazy. No dumbbells, no extra weights or equipment necessary. Just you and the floor, which is fantastic. The whole class lasts about 45, maybe 50 minutes, but 20, 25 minutes of that is definitely geared and tailored towards stretching, recovering, and then the other 25 minutes or so, 30 minutes is tailored towards getting your heart rate up, really working the body from top to bottom.
That's awesome. Sounds like a good program, flexible, and I mean, as long as someone can show up to the class times, they can participate in your class at any time. And we have Angel Munez in the chat here. Angel, thanks for dropping in. Angel, Brian is a gym owner, kind of going through some changes in his business right now. So Brian, I think it would be interesting for the viewers to hear just a little bit about your background with how you got into fitness. Just
yeah.
Yeah.
Super quick, general. I was more or less born and raised into sports. I played a lot of sports growing up, a lot of basketball, a lot of volleyball in high school. Was fortunate enough to play volleyball in college for about 4 or 5 years, U of A and ASU. After that, the whole training aspect really actually started off with you. Many years, about 12 years ago, you told me there was a job opportunity available for me, and I walked in there, and little did I know that it would turn into the biggest passion that I have for today. Yeah, that's a little bit about me. I play college volleyball. Currently, right now, I coach volleyball at my old high school, Burpee College Preparatory, and I work with a lot of volleyball athletes here in the Valley.
That's awesome. It's awesome. So big sports background, definitely an athlete growing up, and has been real big in the volleyball community. But it looks like now with environment changing, gym life changing, that you're going to kind of open it up to everybody.
Absolutely. I've definitely had a niche for Brofit, my business. Brofit originally just started off when my brother passed away from colon cancer at the age of 36, and my passion for fitness grew pretty extensively from there. I was fortunate enough to have an older brother in this world for 30 years, and so Brofit was really designed and tailored to youth athletes, and being able to be an outlet for them, older brother figure or a mentor, somebody they could reach out to and trust and collaborate with, and also somebody that would hold them accountable and push them to new extremes. And so I think now is a good opportunity, just with how things have been going on in the world, to really express my my joy and love for fitness out to other people. So yeah, man, we're reaching out to anybody and everybody who really wants to get involved, who really wants to change not only the physical but the mental as well. And that's really where I think I come in and into play, is helping people out with the mental side of things, and not just going through the physical. You know, the physical is usually the easy part. Mental is what we're trying to deal with. So that's where I come to play.
Well, that's awesome, you guys. I mean, if you heard it there, if you're looking to change your physical dynamics of your workout and really level up mentally, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Arizona time, you just reach out to Brian. His phone number is at the ticker right there, and he can get you all the details about his online program.
Awesome.
So Brian, like let's say right now, so someone that's been gymless for, let's call it 2 months now.
Yeah.
What would you say are like the three biggest, most beneficial movements that someone could do at their house without any weights?
Oh man, well, realistically, I think, in the long story short, you just got to move. Really, when it comes down to it, we're looking for specifics. We're always looking for that perfect piece, or that perfect puzzle, or that one thing or two things that's going to be the biggest things in the world. Really, at the end of the day, you got to just keep moving and challenging yourself to new movements, and pushing yourself to new limits. If I had to break it down and say that there was three main movements, a squat is going to be my first essential one. Really, that allows me to know whether the person has got good balance, good strength, good coordination. Really, it's the fundamental for everything. After that, there's a few variety of different exercises we can get into, but at the end of the day, we just got to start moving.
And someone can do squats without weight. And Brian, I got a couple questions for you in the chat here. One is from Matt, and I think he's kind of messing with you, but he wants to know if mowing his lawn counts as a workout right now. Does that count as just moving? I think it does.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, definitely. Mowing a lawn is for sure a workout. I mean, again, I wouldn't consider that my workout for the day, but depending on how big your lawn is and what you're pushing out there, definitely you're burning calories and you're moving and having a good time. But yeah, I mean, as little as getting up and walking around a little bit up and down your neighborhood, it's too complex as going out and running a few miles and doing burpees.
Gotta move, you know.
Yeah, man, you just got to move. You got to have some fun.
Well, great. So, guys, just make sure you're moving. And then Angel asks, he's asking where Brofit is located. Maybe where's the old location, and then obviously you're remote now, so I don't know how you'd.
Yeah, so we're all remote right now. So our current location is Zoom. It is here, just like what we're doing right now, communicating one-on-one or one in a big group setting. Our old location was at the Anytime Fitness off Cave Creek in Union Hills. We'll no longer be going, be going back to that location. We do have another facility that is ready to go, up and running. We're just kind of waiting for the go ahead from the authorities on that one.
Waiting for the government to open it back up.
You got it.
And Brian, it's cool. Angel is someone I've connected with out there, and Angel he's local. He's in Arizona. So Angel, if you're interested in some workouts, I know you're just moved here to Arizona probably about a year ago, I think I remember you said. Brian's got great programming that you can do from the comfort of your home. So if you're interested, hit that right there.
Anybody who watches this, give me a text message or send me an email out to brofitaz@gmail.com. I'll go ahead and send you out that link with the password. Feel free to jump in for a class. We'd love to have you. It's on me. No obligations, no expectation. Just come, have a good time, show up, get a sweat on, and we can always get in touch and get feedback later on after that point.
Yeah. So in this case, like if someone's watching and they just wanted to try your class out, you're allowing them to kind of test the waters. That's awesome. So yeah, Angel, you can join class, and Matt out there in Washington, you can give Brian's class a try every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at a 10 a.m. option and a 4 p.m. option. So he's really trying to structure it that way and fill those classes. I popped into one last week, and I think or earlier this week because he just started, but I think you had like about 8 people in there. So it's filling up quick, but you can have as many people as you want in Zoom, which is awesome.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah, Matt, if you want to jump in their class, it'd be great. If you need to, if you don't think it's going to be tough, go mow the lawn beforehand for a warm up. And and if you want a little bit of a challenge, just mow the lawn after we're done working out. You know what I mean?
There you go. You hear that, Matt? So I got another question from someone in the chat, Brian. Danielle's asking, how long are the classes?
Great question, D. So yeah, classes are going to generate somewhere between 45, 55 minutes. Usually I'll give about 5 minutes for everybody to show up. I like to chat a little bit during that time, see how people are doing, get a little bit of one-on-one. And then after that point, again, 20, 25 minutes of a great dynamic stretching, 20, 25 minutes of just go, go, go. And but yeah, 45, 55 minutes. Sometimes I'm going to use that class time to talk a little bit about a certain topic. Again, it's not just going to be revolved all around the working out, but it is going to discuss a little bit about the mentality, certain things, or certain topics that may come up that are of importance.
Yeah, well, that's great. So attack that mindset after you've attacked the body a little bit.
100%.
And if you guys are in this chat or viewing, make sure you hit that like button. Really helps the chat, helps Brian's business here. We all know with what's going on with this coronavirus pandemic that small business has been crippled, to say the least. And then obviously, regulations are different state to state, but private small gym owners have been hit real hard. In Arizona, I think they've been closed 2 months now, coming up on 2 months. And I know our governor hasn't announced when gyms will be open yet, at least to my knowledge. And Brian, another question for you. So anybody considering the Zoom workout, is there any equipment that they need to bring? Do they need to have any equipment at home, or is it what do they need?
Man, honestly, you don't need any equipment. If you want a yoga mat, that'd be great. That's fine. So it's something that doesn't slip, but you can use shoes. You don't have to wear shoes. You just need enough space that you can get on the ground, and you need to be able to see myself in a computer, and you're ready to rock and roll. Nothing else to do.
That's awesome. So
I was going to real quick, while I have this opportunity, I know you're talking about COVID and how destructive it's been to a lot of our communities throughout our health and fitness industry. And I think as trainers use that time a lot to reach out to our members and our athletes to really have a lot of insight what's going on in their daily lives. So at this time, girls, guys, miss the heck out of you all. I'm really, really excited to get back into the normal swing of things and to see all of you collectively at the gym and or at practice. Yeah, my heart goes out to you guys. Hope everybody's staying happy and healthy.
Awesome. I know anybody watching probably shares the same sentiment as you, Brian. So Brian, I gotta put you on the spot. I don't know if you're in an ideal position to do this, but could you give the viewers a demo of just an ideal squat? I don't know if you're able to do that, but I would love to see anybody watching to see how you move, and what's a good squat? And
we'll
body.
We'll see what I can show here. By the way, Angel, I got your text message. I'll be shooting you back here in just a minute. Okay. Let's see. Maybe you guys can see me from over here. You got enough room over there? Can you guys see me? Hopefully?
Yeah, if you get perfect there, we can see everything we need right there. So
give you kind of the side profile just so you can kind of see what's going on. More or less, you want the feet shoulder width apart, flat on the ground. Knees are going to track out and over the toes. Back stays straight. Hips are below 90 degrees. There's no collapsing or caving of the knees, so we don't want to see anything going in or bowing in. Again, feet are flat. Knees are out, tracking over the toes. My hips are below 90 degrees. My chest is up. Okay, so nothing super crazy, but we want to make sure that we're balanced. I know that the squat can be broken down into so many different types of discussions. At the end of the day, the biggest question that I have for anybody with whatever exercise that they're doing is why? What's their purpose? Because I could show an individual 7 different types of way to squat, but there's also a purpose and a reasoning for that. So
let's say I'm not an athlete. Let's say I'm not training for anything specific. Just my gym's been shut down. Maybe I've been doing some basic workouts at home, but I just want to move better. I'm an adult, and I just want to feel better, and I want to move better in just general, So maybe I think you maybe showed us just a basic squat and what people could do.
Yeah, I mean, real quick, if you guys want a quick little 10, 15-minute burner, go ahead and knock out 5 push-ups, 10 squats, 15 sit-ups, and jam that out for 10, 15 minutes and see how many rounds you can get. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's just getting creative.
10 squats. I'm going to type it in the chat so the viewers can see it. So 5 push-ups.
5 push-ups, 10 squats, 10 sit-ups and 15 squats, or 10 squats, 15 sit-ups, however you want to do it. Make some easy numbers, something that's repeatable. You don't want anything that's over the top that you're not able to accomplish. So after you do 5 squats, you can give yourself a little pat on the back, rather than if I say do 100 of them, you're going to get, you can get through 30, 40, 50 of them and still be like, oh my gosh, I have so far to go. So at least this way it's small, it's attainable. The goal is reached, and at that point you're just pushing yourself what your limit is. So yeah, I mean, just keep moving, you guys. That's the basic general idea, is just keep moving, have fun, don't get over complex, and try to figure out what the perfect thing is. At the end of the day, what's perfect for one person is not necessarily perfect for the other. We never know where we're at until we try something and stay consistent on that, and then from there we're able to go ahead and mold and change.
That's awesome. So don't if depending on where you're at with your fitness level, don't compare it to somebody somebody you see online. We all have our own baseline, and just go out there and move and enjoy it. Most of us aren't training for anything. We just want to feel good.
I think to tap into to answer your question a little bit more is what would happen if the average person just came in and what their needs are. I think the average person really is looking to move better, feel healthier, not have as many aches or pains, be injury free. They also want to feel good, look good, maybe feel good naked, right? For the majority of the adults we're talking, so when it comes to those needs, those are very, very basic, and those are very, very attainable. To me, that's the set standard for just being a human being. And then from there, we're able to adapt and apply as much as what we need towards whatever our specific goal or need is at that point.
Yeah, well, makes sense. So Brian, with your background, what is your favorite movement to do fitness wise? What's your favorite movement if you could peg one?
Man, that's a difficult question. That's like asking a basketball player what's his favorite dribble or what's his favorite shot. And I like them all. If I had to break it down, one of my all-time favorites is probably a burpee.
Okay.
I remember I met about 5-6 years ago. My brother, a little over 6 years ago, my brother was struggling with colon cancer and struggling with some bills and whatnot. And so we were able to raise a little over $8,000. And I told everybody on YouTube that for every dollar that was raised, I would go ahead and do a burpee. So collectively through a couple months, I did over 8,000 burpees. I recorded them all. So it took a long, long time. So I got a little fond memory of burpees here in my heart.
So I gotta put it back on you. So for the viewers, you demonstrated a good squat. I think we need to see a good burpee, my friend.
All right, let's see if I can.
And maybe some people in here don't know what a burpee is. So explain what you're doing and how to do it.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people probably have different names and different words that help describe certain movements and whatnot. Ideally, a burpee, in theory, is me standing all the way up. Sorry, I'm just crouching down so you guys can see me. It's ideally everybody's standing straight up, and from there you're dropping down to the ground where your chest and thighs are touching the ground, and then from there getting back up. But we're also thinking about how we can do it in the safest way, and also in the most in the safest way, most efficient way, right? Yeah. So a lot of people incorporate push-ups. Personally, I don't like to do the push-up just because I think it wears you out a little bit. And my goal for a burpee is not to max out my chest or to do any strength component, but it's to move and get my heart rate accelerated. So ideally, We want our feet together, our shoulder width apart. From here, hands are going to go down to the ground. Okay. We're going to kick all the way back into a push-up position. I'm going to let my hips drop down and then allow my chest to drop. And then from here, I'm going to bring my chest back up, almost like I'm doing an upward dog in yoga. And from here, I'm going to allow my hips to generate a snap, kind of like a slingshot. And I'm going to bring my feet back up. My chest is up, and I'm standing straight up. I think a lot of common faults we'll see is either, hey, people do this, and then they'll start to do their push-up out of it, or B, when they're kicking up, they'll be here, and you can see I'm hunched over. I'm putting a lot of stress on the lower back. I might not be lifting a lot of weight, but over repetition, we're creating negative habits. So,
well, hey, Brian, we got a question from one of our viewers, Kelly. Kelly Tietzel's asking, what's your favorite ab exercise?
Kelly Tietzel, my favorite ab exercise. My favorite ab exercise. What's up?
Flutter kicks, maybe? No.
I was gonna say I've got like 3 or 4 of them that you start off in the same setup. Again, I'll try to show you real quickly if I can.
Yeah, do it on the bed.
Yeah. These guys, by the way, if you get a chance, go check out Normatech. They're phenomenal for recovery and legs. All right, so you more or less elbows go straight back, so you're on your forearms, chest is up. You don't want to collapse at all. Okay. Yeah. Feet are out. Again, I'm on a bed, so it looks a little difficult. It looks a little funny. Toes are pointed, and from here, you're literally crisscrossing the legs back and forth. You're moving from the hips. You're not moving from the knees. So the most important thing is lock out those legs, point those toes. The other one are flutter kicks, so toes come back, and from here, you're just going up and down. That's number 2. The third one I like, bring one leg in, and you're simply pressing your heel out and extending your leg like you're trying to kick a hole through the wall. And then number 4, toes stay up, and your heels simply come out. Don't allow the toes to point out like a dancer, but keep them pointed straight up and just drive the heels out. So those are probably like, man, my 4 go-tos, just because they're simple but super, super effective, and the majority of people have a very, very difficult time with them.
That's great. No, good to see the movements. Kelly, Kelly, you need to try those tonight, okay? So, Brian, one more time just for the viewers watching, and I put on the ticker, you got online classes through Zoom. All people need to do is text your number. You'll send the link. They can try it out, no obligation. And I'll let you recap, the times and the days of the week.
Yeah, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 a.m., 4 p.m. Come see me. I'm here.
All right. Well, hey, Brian, I appreciate you coming on. And again, anybody that was watching, text Brian, do an online workout, 10 a.m., 4 p.m., no obligation. Check them out, see what the programming is about. And then I'm sure after you've done a couple online classes, Brian can talk to you about, his regular ongoing training and what it involves. And guys, viewers, I'm biased. I have taken some classes from Brian. And they're some of the most fun and most challenging classes all at the same time, and challenging physically and challenging mentally. And when you're done, you feel great. So I encourage you all to check them out. Oh, we got one more question, Brian. I want to get answered. Kelly wants to know good post-workout meal. And maybe Brian, maybe you could touch on proteins, carbs, and fats, kind of what is ideal after a workout.
Yeah, again, that's one of those generic questions that could be answered so many different ways. But let me see if I can answer that more specifically. Really, my first question would be, what are you trying to accomplish? For the general purpose or general majority of people, we want lean body mass. We want to gain a little bit of muscle or stay lean, and we're looking for something that's going to replenish our muscles after we break it down, or to repair our body after we work out. So hopefully this answers your question. Personally, I think a 4-to-1 ratio of carbohydrates to protein within 30 minutes of your workout is ideal. So your body has got a 30-minute window, a metabolic window, where more or less your cells are opened up and they're absorbing, accepting nutrients, minerals, and vitamins. So within a half an hour of finishing your exercise, make sure you're getting a 4-to-1 ratio of carbs to protein. So if you've got 40 grams of carbohydrates, you're going to need 8 grams of protein. So maybe it's little tiny scoop of protein, but more like fruits or vegetables, something like that. Sometimes they have like a carbohydrate mix. You can scoop into that for your mix. But after that half an hour, then I would just go ahead and I would load up on proteins, and I would load up a little bit on fats, and you can eat a whole bunch of vegetables because the majority of us are usually working out at nighttime, and I like veggies at nighttime. It gives you more nutrients, minerals, and vitamins to help allow your body to absorb.
Awesome. So big takeaway there. Obviously, want to eat your veggies, but post-workout, 30-minute metabolic window, you want a 4-to-1 ratio of carbs to protein to help your body and your muscles recover and essentially gain everything that you just did.
Yeah. Worst case scenario, just get some nutrients, minerals, and vitamins in your body within half an hour. And then after that, just go ahead and eat like you normally would.
What you'd normally eat. Mm-hmm. So then let's say maybe what's a good post-workout. What would you say is a good pre-workout meal? Just for anybody that's just for somebody that's coming into your class at 10 a.m., if they're going to take the 10 a.m., about when and what do you think is recommended to eat?
Yeah, I think it really depends on when the person's waking up, what they've got going on throughout their day. Me personally, I feel like I could eat a whole Mexican fiesta before working out. Other people don't feel like they could have 3 peanuts. So, it's up to that individual, but just make sure you got nutrients, minerals, and vitamins, some proteins, some carbs, some fats. You need to make sure that you have some fuel in your system, but enough to provide for the energy that you need for your workout, but not too much to where you're going to feel sluggish or tired, or maybe feel nauseous or feel like you have too much in your stomach. But again, I think a lot of people are looking for that. What's that perfect thing? If there was a perfect food out there and I could only eat one thing and one thing only for the rest of my life, it would be a non-salted raw almond.
Non-salted raw almond. So there you have it. If you're trapped on an island, non-salted raw almonds.
That's what I'd want. That and water, and I'm a happy, happy camper.
That's how I feel. I'd just give me a jar of peanut butter and some water, and I feel like I could live. You know what I mean? Some of that natural Skippy they got. So good.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I don't know if there's any other questions for Brian, but other than that, I just encourage you guys, literally, that anybody out there, you don't have to be in Arizona. Brian's opening this programming up nationwide and essentially worldwide, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time or Arizona time. I think we have our own time zone, but essentially Pacific Standard Time. So, yeah, that's all I got, guys. I appreciate everybody that dropped in the chat. Make sure you like this video. And then once Brian and I are done recording, I will share it out there so people can, learn more about what you're doing right now, Brian. So thanks for coming on the channel. I appreciate it.
Chip, thanks for having me. Arizona Small Business Insider. Appreciate you guys.
Yep. All right. Take care, everybody.